Hello, I'm Greg Zanas, inventor of DreamCar123.com, and right now we're in a series that we're talking about how we're reflecting the light from the ground pyramids up to the outer space pyramids. If you haven't kept up with some of the videos, you're catching this kind of in between. Would like to talk to you about all of these pyramids. This is the first time I'm showing you this painting. But this painting is several pyramids on the surface of the planet Mars. And of course, this can be any planet. This can be the moon or Earth. But what we're doing here is we're taking all of the light and we're reflecting it at the end of the pyramid and aiming it back up to our pyramids that are floating in outer space. And vice versa, we're catching light on every one of these surfaces, and we're starting to make a light trap. So what you're seeing here is light in motion, and of course this light will go all the way around the world or Mars at light speed. But the object is to get as many pyramids involved as possible, because each time we're adding the surface area of every single one of these pyramids that is catching the sun, and we're multiplying it by the amount of pyramids we have. So in this painting, you'll see 7 or 8 pyramids on the ground and 7 or 8 pyramids in outer space. And what they're doing is this is 14 times more powerful than the sun itself. It's not just like one pyramid, and I'd like to show you a very similar painting, except, of course, I'm going to turn it around. These are two planets that we know very well. This is the Earth, and this is the Moon. And this is just showing you what this painting didn't show, but this is showing the sun rays hitting some of the pyramids, but they'll be hitting all of the pyramids. So what we're doing again is, if you look here, you'll see a pyramid on the Earth. And this one's in South Africa, and this one's in North Africa, very close to the Giza pyramid. And they're sending their power back up to the pyramid that's flying. And again, what that does is it starts trapping the light in a movement all the way around. So we're collecting the lights from the belly, and we're starting to make a mega beam. Now, this one also includes the moon here, and you can see on the moon, you can see our water canals here and here and here, but you also see several buildings on the moon shooting up light rays to the floating pyramids. And now we're starting to build a major light tracking system. So you see 16 pyramids here, and this is 16 times the power of the sun. So this is how we're living. We're keeping all of the units having sunlight on them all the time, whether they're on the dark side of the moon or the dark side of the Earth, or on the light side, they're sending light beams to the dark side. So what we're doing here, again, is we're taking all the light from the light side of those pyramids buildings and sending them to the dark side of the Mars planet, so there's light all the time. This lighting is very essential to the entire project, because the lighting will help plants grow in the building. And when we send buildings out of our solar system or to a place like Mars, they have everything on them except light. So they'll have cattle units on them, and they'll have plants growing, and they'll have recycling the water. But the number one thing is they're going to be receiving light in the bellies of these pyramids. As you looked over here, the light is hitting the bellies of the pyramids. And this is where we're starting to collect the light, and then it's making the mega beam all the way around. Back to the Chicago painting again. These buildings here in Lake Michigan are sending all the light to the belly of this pyramid, and once it's received there, then it starts making the mega beam that starts going all the way around. Look at all of these pyramids are hitting the belly, and all of these pyramids are hitting the belly. This is exactly what we're doing over here on this
one with Mars. We're hitting the bellies, and then we're making a mega beam. And this is explaining how we're hoping to get the power of 16 times the power of the sun in our buildings. So it's going to be very powerful to live in these buildings. There's going to be a lot of light. So if and when we send one of these in some of our next paintings to another solar system, they have to stay connected to the light beam. So when they're out 16 or 300 light years away from our solar system, we're going to be able to hit that floating pyramid and keep it alive for 10 years while it's floating into deep space, because they'll be able to make their own plants and grow their own animals. And this is a self-contained microcosm of a world that's going to other solar systems. And I'm Greg Zanis, trying to explain to you what's going to become a light speed theory. Thank you very much.